Please help me welcome Clover Frederick.
Imagine a world without nonprofit organizations. Now, we've all grown quite accustomed to these socially minded organizations that do what they do for the betterment of society. A vibrant United States actually depends on nonprofits. There are 14 million nonprofits in the US, resulting in over 5% of the gross national product. 11 million people work for nonprofits, and 7.8 billion hours were donated or were volunteered just last year. The causes that we care about, like a clean environment and healthy people and safe children, all depend on the important work of nonprofit organizations. In Lancaster County alone, there are more than 500 nonprofits, not counting churches. 1 in 11 of us work at a nonprofit. A third of us volunteer, ranking us 6th in the nation. Every Nebraskan uses a nonprofit every day. So imagine, if you will, what our world would look like without nonprofits. Rather than a homeless person on the street would be lined with homeless people. Rather than a soup kitchen, people are dying of starvation. A world where alcohol and drugs cause addictions so great that people can't work and families can't function. No place for the sick to seek treatment, and no ability to pay for that treatment. Cats and dogs running rampant, reproducing exponentially, and then starving, without homes or abused. Species going extinct, parks that are dirty and overgrown. Children live in fear. At school, they're afraid to go home, and at home, they're afraid to go to school. And our elders are neglected, abandoned, hungry, and lonely. People continue to be persecuted for the color of their skin and treated unfairly because of their gender. People hate others for who they love. It's a pretty bland existence, void of color and music. And when nonprofits are working hard to address these issues, what nonprofits want more than anything is to eliminate their need for existence. Imagine if our society could behave in a way where our world is filled with art that opens our eyes and brings us closer together and more tolerant of everyone. People are free to be who they are and treated with respect because of their differences. A world where we're free to love who we love without fear. Hate is hated. Every child is loved and safe at home, and school is a place where they learn to dream about their future. Every parent and grandparent is cherished and appreciated and cared for. Every pet has a warm home that's loving. Every animal's habitat is safe. We value our native lands. The city is filled with green space to run and play safely and to build community. That cycle of addiction is broken, healing lives and healing families, and every person is healthy. And if they aren't, quality care is readily available, regardless of their ability to pay. People are treated with dignity because everyone has worth. Every person has a warm home, and stomachs are full. Since I gave this presentation back in 2011, there are actually 500,000 fewer nonprofits. Does this mean that we're making progress? Are we solving problems? The hardworking people with passion to spare would gladly give up their jobs to have a world where nonprofits did not have to exist. So, what can you do to make Lincoln a place where nonprofits aren't needed? Will you open your wallet? Will you donate a talent? Will you volunteer your time? Will you inspire others? Like Robert Egger here, who started DC Central Kitchen to not only feed the homeless, but to teach them to be chefs so they could work their way out of homelessness. Do you have hope? these babies here, right there, they're gonna grow up. And together with my daughters and with all of you, we're gonna make the world better, just like our nonprofits do every day. Thank you.